Hello and welcome back to the draw. This past weekend, the Ryder Cup. Brian, I mean, the last day was exciting, valiant effort by America, but the first 2 days just did them in. You can't be that bad and expect to win. Initial thoughts from you?
Overall, it was just a disappointing week. The first 2 days was not particularly close. I was not really watching with any sort of excitement. It was just, as an American fan, obviously, it really just put a damper on the whole weekend. And even after towards the second day, once they started playing poorly, there was no really coming back, and it didn't really get me excited for Sunday. Even with the comeback, it just wasn't very exciting. What do you think, Nathan?
Yeah, I think all the hype, right, for the last 2 years was the Americans are come back. It's at Bethpage. It's going to be the best spectacle in golf. 4 years ago, when it was in at Whistling Straits, it was kind of the COVID, so there weren't as many fans. The U.S. won. It was kind of supposed to kick off this dominant U.S. era, and it hasn't happened. Like, it's just, I get not winning in Rome. That again, Zach Johnson was bad. They were showing up too late, and all this stuff, and the players picks should Ricky Fowler and Jordan Spieth maybe be on that team over the likes of a Keegan Bradley and now Cam Young, who was one of the guys left off 2 years ago, and then you look at him this week, and then just to come out and lose 3-1 right away, and then lose 3-1 again in the Saturday or in the Friday afternoon session, and it's just like the European team was too good to fall behind that much in the crowd. Right, it was all talked about the crowd. The crowd, it's what a home field advantage. If they have nothing to cheer for, there's no advantage.
No,
Like,
give them
so
something to
that,
cheer for. I would be the
yes,
same way. You guys are getting your butt handed to you out there. Uh, then I'm not gonna cheer too.
no. And then, so they don't know what to do because their team is stinking. Their best players are stinking. So let's go make fun of Shane Lowry's weight. Let's go talk about Rory's family. Let's like do this. And it's like, yeah, now it's like, oh, did the fans take it too far? Yes, they took it too far.
Yeah, it was nasty out there,
Yeah.
certainly.
Yes. You can talk about, make the jokes about Pinehurst to Rory and talk about other things, but don't bring family. But like, I'm not blaming the U.S. players for it, but if they had something to cheer for, I don't think it gets nearly as hostile as it was out there. Again, I, I don't know who to blame. I want to almost blame the PGA of America and
I have a list of people I
saying
would like to
Keegan
blame.
Keegan should not have been captain. He just shouldn't have been. It's I get it. He should have been picked 2 years ago. The whole Netflix thing went crazy. And like, oh, let's throw him bone. He's energetic. He loves the Ryder Cup. Let's make him captain. No. Like, I know, again, rumors were that Tiger turned it down. Who knows if that's true? Fine. You don't want to go to Phil Mickelson because of everything with Liv. Fine. Why are we not calling up Steve Stricker, who won 4 years ago at Whistling Straits? Davis Love, who's won. I wouldn't have loved this pick.
Kevin Kisner, who's an assistant captain.
Sure, like Jim Furyk, sure was bad in Paris. Maybe like Keegan needed to play. I don't like again. I don't want to say it now because we know the results and hindsight's 2020. But like, I just think Keegan could have been more variable probably as a captain. And I know it's not all his fault. The players are going to come out and say he's not hitting the golf shots. We're hitting the golf shots. But he did come out in his press conference yesterday and say, I think I set the course wrong.
That was one of the
Okay.
first. That was the first thing I wanted to talk about. Was Bethpage Black is not a birdie course. They have the sign that says
No,
it is
no.
a it is a it is a difficult golf course for skilled golfers, right? And they set
Yes.
it up as a birdie fest. They cut the rough way too short. You could hit it up anywhere you wanted to, and
Yeah.
the ball's sitting up like it's on a tee. Like that's not gonna like I want to see a Bethpage Black, the real Bethpage Black,
Yes.
not really a U.S. Open. We don't have to go that far, but at
Yeah, I don't
least
need
like make
Oakmont.
it difficult, like make it so like golfers are getting like penalized with poor shots.
Yes.
Like
Widening the fairways by 10 yards in places. Like, again, I, statistically, I don't know what it is. Looking at the players on each team, if again, looking at the 12, the Europeans, I would say, in my opinion, are the better putting team. So now you turn it into a putting competition. But then someone said, well, these greens are faster than the ones in Europe. None of them play in Europe anymore. They all play on the PGA Tour.
They
So
all
who
live in Florida and
cares?
practice year round. Like,
Yes, who cares about the European greens? Like, are you kidding? Like, all these detail things that, again, I don't know if it's Keegan. I don't know if it's the PGA of America. I don't know if it's the assistant captains. I don't know. But, like, these are the details that matter. Like, let me read you this. I read this tweet from, who was it? Jamie Kennedy of Golf Digest. He listed a couple examples of the details Luke Dowland went into. And these are just things that don't even have to do with the golf course, like not the rough, not the putting green. It all is just random stuff that he took an account for. Told his team to arrive 1 week early to get on Eastern time. 2 years ago in Marco Simone, America's getting there Friday or Thursday. 3, 4 days. That's not enough time to get adjusted to the European thing. So there's advantage European on that. He changed the bedding at the team hotel because he didn't think it would be sufficient enough. Okay. Again, crazy thing, but he's doing that. Swapped out the shampoo in the hotel rooms to a better quality and fragrance. Now they stayed at a 5-star hotel and he's still having him change it. Notice the doors in the hotel room had cracks on the light. So then he gave each player like a footer to cover the light so they could sleep better. Each practice round, the uniforms European wore were throwbacks to different Ryder Cup uniforms they wore in the past. Again, just throwing it back to the culture thing. Genius idea. Who cares what you wear on Tuesday, Wednesday? I'm sure Polo, Ralph Warren, and Keegan Bradley aren't thinking about that. European team, okay, today we're wearing a throwback to Medina when we won, like, or the 2004, like, okay. And then even, yes, so this one was the coolest one that I would have never noticed. It's just, again, looks like a normal polo. Yesterday, their polos all had 4 stripes representing the 4 times they've won the Ryder Cup on the European soil, on the US soil. I mean, the detail he put in, and that doesn't even affect the golf. Like, who cares about the shampoo? But like, like, again, does that have any effect on it? God only knows. I, I
I don't
doubt
think
it.
the shampoo is the reason why
No. Does
they were
Roy?
making putts from
Yes.
all over the course.
Yes. Was Tyrrell Hatton like changing the shampoo make him unstoppable, genre? No. But again, it's those little things. The VR headset that they gave all their players to get ready for the crowds. None of them really looked all too rattled by it. All you
No.
had is them hooping putts from everywhere. Freaking Matt Fitzpatrick, who's 1-7 in the Ryder Cup, is draining putts against the world #1 on Friday morning. He's making birdie left and right.
He's
It's
giving
like,
it to the
good
crowd too.
lord.
Like you're letting
Yeah,
Matthew
the
Fitzpatrick
most
hype like
stoic, chill guy, maybe not on that team.
borderline awkward like kind of
Yes,
guy.
yes. He's giving it back. He's fist pumping. He's going crazy with the Oberg. It's like, I like, again, like, I don't know. Is it the players' fault? Do European players care more? Like, is that really what it boils down to? Like,
I think it's a culture thing. I think that the Americans, I mean, as you saw yesterday, when they played by themselves, one on one, they delivered, but there was too far. There was too much to kind of come back from. But Friday and Saturday, it was just so disappointing. I have a few players I'd like to highlight here for being extra just awful this week. Russell Henley. Russell Henley, he halved a point in his match to ultimately lose the Ryder Cup. I mean, Russell Henley, you are with Scotty Scheffler, and I mean, you are expected to just not be bad, and
yeah,
chances are you'll be okay. But Russell Henley was not good. He wasn't making putts. The iron shots weren't really there. Another player, Scotty Scheffler. I'm gonna focus on Scotty Scheffler. He won his match in singles. Okay, good. But with 4 ball and alt shot, you are the best player in the world. We have seen what you can do at majors and tournaments. Heck, you won 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
You it was just unbelievable how poor his shots were. I know on one of his shots on
Oh,
18, I think
yeah.
on Saturday, 18 on he had a wedge from like 110 yards out and he puts it in the bunker. Like
He left Faldo speechless. Like Begay's talking about Henley's lie, and he asks Faldo like, "What do you think?" And Faldo like doesn't answer him. Goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm shocked he hit it here." Like you leave Faldo speechless. Like what are we doing? And
It
then
was
Henley with the putt on 18 yesterday. How do you leave it short? You know Lowry's making that putt. There's as soon as Lowry hit it inside, I'm like, all right, Matt, Ryder Cup over. He's making it. How do you leave it short? Like that's absurd. Like you can't do
mistakes
that.
you can't make. They made.
Yes. Like
Uh, Final
again, like
player I would like to criticize this week is Colin Morikawa.
yeah. I
He
mean,
it was horrible. It didn't earn any points. The putting was just terrible. Keegan Bradley, he put him out there on with Harris English on Friday and got slaughtered by Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. And you want to know what he did the next
ran
day?
it back.
He
Are
did the
you
same
kidding?
thing.
Like okay. So this is my argument now because he said, "Oh well, we had a plan." Okay. Did your plan include being down 6-2 after the first day or whatever it was, 5.5 to 2 and it? Like I don't remember, but like, did you have that? Like, or you just like you set these lineups a week ago and you weren't deviating from them? Because if so, if that's the case, why weren't you playing then? Because if you had all these decisions made already, and the reason you weren't the captain was because it's too hard to do the decisions and play, then explain it to me because again, the data golf thing, which is not the end all be all, but they are a great website.
I,
Morikawa English were the 132nd optimal pairing out of 132. Literally the worst pairing you could put out.
the worst possible one.
And he did it twice. And they ran into a little buzzsaw. So like in his defense, let me read you Fleetwood and McIlroy's last two Ryder Cups foursome record. It is they've played 40 holes in the last two Ryder Cups together in foursome. They have led after 37 of those 40 holes. Again, what are you supposed to do with that? They've never trailed in 40 holes in alternate shot, those two. Again,
That's unbelievable.
even if our best pairing of Xander and Cantley go up there, I don't even know if they were the best pairing. Do they do better? Probably not. They probably don't lose five on the 5 up both days in a row. They maybe give them a competition. Again, I kind of feel bad for English and Morikawa because they were almost set up to fail. English is too good of a player. I think he got more screwed than Morikawa. I think English playing an alternate shot was a fine choice. I think his partner sucked.
No,
You cannot put
not good at all.
Morikawa in alternate shot. He's the Americans' worst putter by far.
No,
You can't do that to
I
Harris
can
English.
I saw what Keegan was doing. He put one rookie on the alt shot on Friday morning, which was Russell Henley, and it's like, okay, you're playing with Scotty Scheffler, right? But at the same time, these guys are professional golfers and they've played in majors and high stakes competitions their entire life. Playing rookie is not a problem, especially at a home Ryder Cup. Put some Cameron Young, play him.
Yeah,
JJ Spawn played well. I mean, he had to play with Scotty Scheffler on four balls, and Scotty Scheffler was not making any birdies, so that didn't help. But I don't know, these rookies. Cameron Young was very good. Like, I wish we saw a lot more of him.
so this is with the Keegan stuff where I is it him being saying no to analytics? Is it the analytics saying these are the pairings? Look, I get the DeChambeau Thomas pairing was always going to be wonky, but I think you had to take that chance of their energy and them going out to win the point. I think that's the one where like I give them the pass on. Like I get it's a bad fit, but also if you send those two guys out there and DeChambeau did what he did, he hit the green. Thomas hit a poor chip Friday morning. DeChambeau buried the birdie putt, 1 up. I mean, it was the dream start from the Americans, and then all hell broke loose. I'm fine with that pairing. That one I get.
No, that's
Never go
that's
back
okay.
to it. Good change. Put Cam Young there on Saturday. Perfect. Yeah, yeah. All of the like golf people said Spawn should have played an alternate shot.
Hmm.
No one said more like fine. Put English with Spawn. That would have been a great pairing.
That's
English
okay.
has been here. He's calm. He's relaxing. He'll help. And I don't think JJ Spawn would have been scared. Now, it would have been tough for them going against Mathmore and Fleetwood. Like, does that change the outcome? Probably not, because they're just freaking fantastic. But yeah, like let Morikawa go play in four ball where he plays his own ball. Don't set both of the partners up. Like again, and this is where Eduardo Molinari does a great job with the European team with statistics. Like they have it broken down. Like again, he's been an assistant captain the last 2 years. I don't know if he was in Whistling Straits, but I remember Molinari going on a podcast 2 years ago after Marco Simone, and he goes, we knew our strengths. We knew American strengths. They knew at the time that the Europeans were better with long irons and the Americans were better with short wedges. So they turned Marco Simone into an approach shot golf course where you had to use more long irons. They took the wedges out of the Americans' hands. Genius. What
They're
did
hosting the
Keegan
course.
do?
They
Yes.
did exactly what
What
they
did
should be
Keegan
doing.
do to give his team an advantage? Widen the fairway, cut the rough down. Good. Let freaking Rory McIlroy, the longest hitter on the PGA Tour, wire fairways with no rough, and then
Yeah.
let him play with Tommy Fleetwood.
Yeah, and the rain didn't help either. The greens were
Yes,
so they were like sticking balls on there from
yes, they were
200 yards
playing
out.
lift, clean, in place. So again, I don't know if it's all on Keegan. I don't want to blame Keegan. He's not hitting the golf shots. He's not the one that. I mean, he picked Sam Burns, and freaking Sam Burns, the best. Like he made one putt of importance this week.
Yeah, it
Three
was.
putting 18 yesterday to have the match with McIntyre. Yes, the cup was over, but are you like you're literally here for the putting? Like you
Mhm.
just didn't do it. A lot of them like again, like Ben Griffin again. Maybe him and DeChambeau shouldn't have been out there. Should he have been an alternate shot? He didn't get to play at all on Saturday, which is unfortunate. And it was good in his match against Rasmus Hogard yesterday. Like whatever, Hogard was bad. So like, should he have played maybe another session? Probably. Like, should he have played for Sam Burns on Saturday afternoon? Did Sam Burns really need to play Saturday afternoon? What did he do Friday afternoon with Cantley to he missed the putt on 18 Friday afternoon to win the match and then gave Rory a look and luckily Rory missed. Like, what did Burns do to deserve to play again? Like, again,
And putting is his thing. He's
the
on the
number one
team.
putter on tour.
He's on the team to putt, and you don't putt. So, no offense. What really are you bringing
What
to
did he
the
do?
team? What are you
Yeah.
bringing?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, how, again, the point system is wonky of earning the points for the 2 years. Like, I understand they have to have a system of earning points to make the team and the captain's picks. Like, I read a tweet, and again, this is not what I would have done. I think it's a wild tweet, but someone goes, "This team has no characters other than DeChambeau and Thomas." His captain's pick were Patrick Cantley, Morikawa, like boring, boring. Sam Burns, boring. Ben Griffin, boring. I can't even think who else was. There's another two, like right, like on the Europeans they have Rahm, they have Hatton, they have Rory. I mean, even Fleetwood is a little bit of character to him. Justin Rose got chippy with the Shambo.
Shane Lowry,
Like Shane Lowry, oh my, he just has better emotion than us. Anyways, but like the tweet was like, why didn't he call Patrick Reed? Now I'm like, okay, sure, fine. If we're gonna go that, like Brooks, Koepka, Patrick Reed, Jordan Spieth, like should they be here? I'm like,
I don't see it.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the answer. I don't think it's the answer. Would
I
I
think he
like
picked the
some
best
more
golfers.
people with character? Yeah, but like I was looking at the list, like Daniel Berger, not a character.
Daniel Berger does not do it for me.
Brian Harmon,
No.
like I don't know. Like yeah, you can go to Live Guys, right? Like 4 years ago, Whistling Straits, Dustin Johnson was on the team. He went 5-0, never sniffed the last two Ryder Cups. Koepka played in the last two, was bad this year, hasn't been really good in the majors, so you're gonna really put him on. Patrick Reed played well in the majors. Think he won one live event, so like you could have maybe made a case, right? Again, great short game, would have been great around the greens at Bethpage, would have been fiery. Like that could have been like, hey, like maybe, like I could have maybe seen a 10%
And
chance he makes it, but like, does that help? Like again, like
Keegan
Shane
Bradley
Lowry,
is the captain too. Like
yeah, I mean,
we've
there's a guy
discussed
that
this
has
already, but
energy. Yeah.
would he have been better
Yeah.
playing?
Like Shane Lowry, after he made the putt, like he goes insane. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, you won a major and you didn't celebrate this much. Now he won his major in runaway fashion, but he also won it in his home country. And he didn't go crazy like this. And then in his off the green interview, he goes, this means more to me than winning the major in my home country. And I like took a step back. I'm like, is he serious? Like, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, no, he like genuinely means that. So then I got to thinking about Whistling Straits 4 years ago, and I go, no one on the American team said that,
No.
right? No, no one said this is the best golf moment. Like this is better than Brooks didn't say this is better than me winning my four majors.
The whole
DJ didn't say
culture.
this is better for me than winning my Masters. This
Mhm.
is 2 years ago in Marcus Simone. Was anyone giving a post Ryder Cup interview crying like Rory was 4 years ago at Whistling Straits, saying how much he means about this and like literally in tears, saying we'll come back and we'll be stronger. And then 2 years ago saying we're gonna win in Bethpage? No. It's just like
Mhm.
right. And again, another thing they said on broadcast behind their like European Ryder Cup patch on like their heart of their polos. I guess there was a Sevi logo on the inside, like right on their heart. I mean, every time they do something bad, they're pumping, they're hitting their chest there. Like the
It
USA,
just means more to them. That's all. At the end of the day, it just I think the Americans they treat it. There's a couple of guys who I think do genuinely want to
yes,
to play. Like
yes,
Bryson DeChambeau, he said that's all he thought about the last because he wasn't there at Marco Simone. Cameron Young, he grew up right near the
yeah.
course, and you
Showed
can
some
see
emotion. Like what? Like
you
this?
could see
Yeah,
those were our two best players arguably. You see Bryson
yeah.
DeChambeau
Oh, for sure.
clawing back against Matthew Fitzpatrick to half the match
I'm
yesterday.
wild,
Cameron
absolutely
Young
wild.
was our best player this
Yeah.
weekend. And I think for some of the other guys, they just treat it as, oh, it's just another weekend where and also we want to get paid. Like,
So yeah. So
can
there's
we,
the thing of like I read the thing and again I I understand them wanting to be paid because this is bringing in $500 million. Where is that money going to other than the corporate sponsors and all that? So I get them wanting to get paid. They're making all this money on it. So like yes, they probably deserve part of the pie. Like that, I'm totally fine with that. It's the same deal with the college athletes. Like I go to Georgia, I play on their football team. I'm making this university X amount of money. Like yes, I deserve some. But then the Europeans, apparently, according to Luke Donald, and I think some of the reports they were talking about on Golf Channel, Luke Donald went to his players and said, "Do you want to be paid?" Like they're offering everyone $200,000, and apparently all 12 of his guys said no.
that's, I feel like that's how it should
I
be.
it probably believe it, but also then I'm starting to think about it in a in an American way and like, are they just doing this so they can hold it over the American team saying, "Oh, you play and get paid, we don't get paid." Like, are they kind of just using that as a little leverage to say we're doing this for free while you're getting paid? Maybe. I don't know. I
Well,
think eventually they will take the money, or they'll just not be forced to take the money. But I think eventually down the road, whether it's in 10 years, the players will start taking the money just because give it to your caddy, give it to your charity, give it to your coach, like split it. Like it makes too much sense. Like you're just getting this money for 3 days of work. Like yeah, like again, like you said, I think people care. I think JT cares. I don't think Patrick Cantley cares. I just don't. Like he was fine. People are like, oh, he was good. He was fine. Like he was good on Friday. Like he have won the match and have one was burned. So I get it. He wasn't. He lost to Oberg, who was probably the Europeans' worst player all week, and you lose two down. Like needing the only U.S. player to lose his match all day
mhm,
is Patrick Cantley.
mhm.
Again, is he tired? He played 5 sessions, probably. Again, it looked like Rahm and McIlroy and Fleetwood were all tired after playing five. Scheffler was tired playing five. So I do get that for Cantley, but like,
No,
I don't know.
I know. I think it's important to also. I know we blame the Americans for not playing well, but I think the Europeans they played like exceptionally. A few of them were lights out. Tommy Fleetwood looked like the best player in the world this week. If you were to watch this, you'd be like, oh yeah, makes sense. Tommy Fleetwood 4 wins this week. Then we got Hatton, Rahm, and Rory, and they had 3 wins this week. All the players that you probably would be like, okay, that's their best players, that's
Yep.
their stars. They're gonna go out there. And then you had Justin Rose on Saturday looking like the best player in the world, making putts from all
Yeah.
over, walking them in from like
He was
15
like,
feet.
was it Friday? No, it was yesterday. Yeah, he was. I think they said he was 6 under through the first 8 holes. I mean, what are we doing here? What do you want Scotty and Bryson to do in that situation? Like, he's
Like,
6 under on his own
hmm
ball.
hmm
Fleetwood isn't even being good. Or like, was it Ramen Straka the one day? Ramer's great. Every time he's putting for par, there's Straka 6 feet away from the hole, making a birdie, picking up his teammate
hmm
because that's just what they did.
Yeah.
Like they like alternate shot is a different story. Like for some reason they just kill us an alternate shot, but 4 ball was supposed to be the Americans' better like sessions, and they lost 3-1 both of them. Like again, I saw this stat and it's kind of skewed because Justin Rose and Rory have been played in like 6 and 7 Ryder Cups compared to the U.S. teams. But so if we take the Europeans, we'll say top 5 players of Rory, Rahm, Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood, and Tyrrell Hatton in their Ryder Cup record combined is 81, 58, and 21. Okay, great. The US's top 5 of Bryson, Scotty, Cantley, Xander, and JT. Again, much smaller sample size. All right. Is 25, 27, and 8. So I told you the wrong European record. Sorry. I saw the European team. This is their 5 record combined 63, 33, and 18. So out of the 81 points the European team has got, 63 of them has come from 5 of those. And they have 18 halves of the 21 halves. So like their top 5 just perform.
Yeah.
Again, Hatton and Rahm and Fleetwood and McIlroy in the foursomes the last 2 Ryder Cups, they're undefeated.
They looked that way too. They looked unstoppable.
Yes. And that's the thing is like, I think it was McGinley on the broadcast saying for the longest time they struggled to pair with Rory. It was hard because he's an alpha dog. Like it's hard. He was like, it wasn't until last Ryder Cup we found Fleetwood. Literally, if you built a golfer in the lab to pair with Rory McIlroy, you're building Tommy Fleetwood. There's like personality, golf game. They're close friends. Like he just doesn't miss. Like, and he's keeping Rory calm there,
Hmm
right? And that's what they said with Scotty. And it was the same thing with Tiger Woods. Henley didn't work. All right. On paper, it
No.
works. President Cup, it works. This is President's Cup. Who cares? Sam Burns 2 years ago didn't work. Best friend. Okay. The DeChambeau thing worked in Whistling Straits. They played together before Scotty was Scotty, though. And then they kind of were forced to do it Saturday afternoon. I understand the reasoning. I didn't like it because now you're taking 2 points off the board for you, possibly. If they both play well, they're just wasted in one match. Like him and DeChambeau was fine. I don't think it's a pairing moving forward, but like in 2 years, I don't know how many of these Americans are going to be on that team. Scotty will probably be on the team because he's Scotty Scheffler and he'll
hmm
just continue his dominance. It is an all importance of whoever the captain is, whether it's the PGA of America, I don't know. They need to find someone to play with him. That's their number one goal. Like right, Rory has Fleetwood, Rahm has Hatton. Their 2 best players have 2 great partners, and it works. Like look at the records. They need. I don't know what type of player that is. Do we have like Russell Henley is kind of Tommy Fleetwood, but to a lesser extent, like Tommy Fleetwood light, and it didn't work. Now he played bad. If he plays good, maybe it works.
Maybe it's a different conversation we're having. Like,
Yes,
oh,
and
look,
again,
Russell Henley's the
but
guy
like
for Scotty, and Scotty plays well too. Like,
we have the sample size now of I don't know. Like I don't know who is it Xander Schauffele maybe?
I don't know.
I,
He played well.
I
He played well
he
this week
played well
too.
hurt. Yeah, like he destroyed Rom. Now Rom has played 72 holes and like again, so but like he made some putts. He wasn't always great. He missed some and Friday and Saturday morning in the alternate shot it wasn't great, but was Spawn yesterday in the four ball he was good and he did win a point with Cantley the first day in alternate shot and right him winning 3 points is wild. Didn't expect that, but like
No,
we said coming in if Xander could get you 3 points then you look good. But then you look and Scotty gave you one, Bryson gave you 1.5. I mean, JJ Spawn gave you, was it 2.5 or three?
he had two, I think. Yeah, he had two.
Yeah. Cam Young, three, JT, two. Like, but again, like your top dogs in DeChambeau and Scotty got you 2.5 combined. And they
Yeah.
still only lost by 2 points.
Hmm.
That's the thing. That's what makes Sunday even more frustrating is that they had a chance. And if just one match each session is a different result, it's a whole nother story
If
today.
you just yeah,
We're we're
if you're just competitive
yes.
in those sessions,
Yes.
then Sundays like means so much more. But like Sunday Sunday didn't mean that like you have to win what 10 of the 12 matches to win the Ryder Cup,
Yes, and they won 8.5 points
and the first one was just
Sunday.
halved because Victor Hovland couldn't even play.
Yes, we have to talk about that. That is the wildest rule in sports. I read the Golf Digest had an article on it on Tuesday. It was like the envelope. I'm like, what is this? I read it. It happened when the Ryder Cup was in Kiowa. I think one of the American players got in a car accident on the way to the course, couldn't play. So the Europeans
Seems
had to
reasonable,
sit some.
right? Car
Yes,
accident.
makes sense. But then I started to think about it then, and then this time, why does the other team with healthy players get punished for one of their players getting hurt? Why? Like you're just taking away. Now, Harris English and Hovland play. Maybe Hovland wins the whole point. Fine. Okay, but if he's hurt, not 100%, you would like to think English or whoever it is at this point wins that point, and that's a full point. Now, it didn't end up mattering because they got to 15. Okay, but you take that half point away, it's 14 and a half to 14. It's a whole different ball game mindset wise, knowing that we already have a point. Like for the European teams, it changed their mindset. Now we only need 2 points because we already got a half a point.
Hmm.
Again, I don't know if it's do you have a 13th alternate on site? Probably not, but I think you lose. I think you just lose that whole point.
No, you should be. If you in any other sport, if you're not able to play, you don't play.
Even in golf, let's
yeah,
say, right, John Rahm a couple of years ago at the Memorial was winning by 4 strokes, tested positive for COVID during COVID year, had to withdraw, and he didn't get the first place money. He got no money, and he was
no,
winning by 4 strokes.
no, he would have ran away.
There's the example in the sport that we play right there. Again, it ends up not mattering, but it could have. It changed. It definitely changed the mindset.
Victor Hovland
Like,
slept funny, so he has to get he gets a half a point as a reward. Like,
yes.
are we
And like
serious?
poor Harris English, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's not making that team in 2 years. If we look in 2 years and I'm wrong, sorry, Harris. This was his only chance. Again, he got screwed by the pairings with Morikawa, and now he can't play in a singles match. I get like you can't send him out there and play no one, but like that's not fair to him.
No,
Like
it's not.
I
Not at
don't
all.
again. So that's why maybe having a 13 alternate. Freaking Alex Noren won on the DP World Tour.
Hmm?
Have one of them, like I don't know,
I like that. I
an
like that
assistant
idea.
captain
Let
play.
them play.
I
Like
don't
at least
know.
have golf be played. Like,
Yes, have an alternate. Like I don't know, like something because just the half point killed me. And I know Keegan said it in his part. He was like, that has to change by the next Ryder Cup. Luke Donald then goes, well, this has been a rule for a reason. It helped the Americans win in whatever year. He said, I get it. Rules change
mhm.
all the time, especially in sports. Like golf rules have changed. Like change this one that doesn't it really benefit like why didn't okay if this is the rule why didn't Luke Donald go say all right you four are all hurt half point match is over we win that's all he had to do
Yeah.
and they each get a half point that's it like again I
Just-
don't
I think everyone just sees that it just needs to change. There can't
Yes.
be another, and like it could have been worse, but it's all right.
Yeah. No, but like, so I mean, there's a lot of things like now we have 2 years to sit on it. Like, yeah, in 2 years, the Ryder Cup, I don't know who the captain is for their American team. If you're the European team, do you just run Luke Donald back for a third time?
I know I've seen things that maybe he might not want to, but at the same time, I don't think he has a choice of whether he wants to in 2 years. I think they're gonna like people are gonna force him to do it. Like he's done such a phenomenal job preparing his team and going the extra mile and being so detail oriented in Rome and now in at Bethpage. I think that he should definitely consider being the Ryder Cup captain in 2 years.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure when Rory said he was asked to be a player's captain, they were probably looking for him to be in 2 years in Ireland and make too much sense. And he said no, and that's fine. If Shane Lowry isn't in form in 2 years, but again, you have to make that decision soon.
Mhm.
So, like, I don't know. Do you choose him, another Irishman? I think if it's not Luke Donald, I think maybe one of the live guys, sure. I get like you could go down that boat. I don't know if they're willing to yet. I know Sergio has said he wants to be the captain in Spain way down the road.
They've got a bunch of like older
Yeah,
generation,
like
like Lee
Henrik
Westwood,
Stenson.
Ian
Yeah, like
Poulter.
guys who probably should be the captains, but kind of they. I don't want to say they've been blackballed by the DP World Tour, but they kind of did bring it themselves, saying what they did about the tour and all that. I think in 2 years, Justin Rose would be 47. I think I saw. I think maybe he's probably the. I don't want to say obvious choice, but like, will he be good enough to play in 2 years? I don't know. He's going to try to want to
It
play,
wouldn't surprise me if he's good enough to play.
but maybe it's him. Like again, he's been on the last two. He's won in a way Ryder Cup. I don't think he's going to be like in the Keegan situation where he's top 10 player in the world at this point. Again, I could be wrong, but I think Justin Rose, I mean, he could just bring back Luke Donald as assistant captain. He'll bring back Eduardo Molinari, I'm assuming, or just make Molinari like the full time stats guy so you can get other assistant captains in. I think that would make sense. As far as players, as long as McIlroy, Fleetwood, Rahm, and Hatton are able to swing a golf
Yeah,
club,
they've
I
they've
think
got
those are locks.
hmm they've got like the younger guys too, like
Yeah,
Goldberg,
yeah,
Hovland. Like
yeah.
they still
Fitz
could
is still young.
they very
Fitz
well could
play
run
great.
back like 10 to the 12 guys or more
Yeah,
or yeah.
yeah. So I think that will be an interesting one. USA, I don't know. I again, the Tiger rumors are out there because it's at Adair Manor and he's friends with the JP McManus, who I think runs Adair Manor or owns Adair Manor, whatever. So that was one. If he said no to one at home at Bethpage, why would he say one where he's more likely to lose in Ireland? Phil obviously is
I would
always a choice
I would
there.
love to see Phil. I know Phil maybe has some viewpoints that people don't agree with. He's certainly not afraid to say his opinion, but I think Phil really wants to do it, and I saw some of his tweets this weekend, and he was into it. So I think I would go with Phil Mickelson or yeah, Kevin Kisner maybe.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he
I
brings it.
don't like the way Ryder Cup scares me with the rookie, like great Zach Johnson, bad, Furyk, bad. But that's people do that all the time. So like it's gonna have to happen. Does Keegan do it again in 2 years? Like if you would have asked me Saturday night, I would have been like, no. Now that they got close, maybe like again, I think his captaincy would maybe work better at an away Ryder Cup because of the energy he brings. I think to bring the juice there, it's a lot harder to have the players have juice at an away compared to at home. So I think that would have been a good option too. Player wise, I have no idea. Scotty is probably the only lock in 2 years. Like I'd love to say
Scotty or
Xander or
Bryson.
JT, but and even Bryson, like who knows? Kepka was on that team 2 years ago, and then he completely fell off the cliff. Now I don't think Bryson's gonna fall off the cliff like Brooks, and maybe in 2 years the PGA Tour and Live are back to a deal and they're getting regular Ryder Cup points. So like he doesn't have to just focus on the 8 majors a year. Again, he played fine. I think him and Thomas pairing was destined to fail if not. He didn't really play that great. He was down five down to Fitz at one point. I
Mhm.
know Fitz playing great. I mean, he did claw his way back. So like even him, I don't know if he's a lock. I really think it's Scotty and maybe
Yeah.
Cam Young.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like
I mean,
again, the course they're playing, not a very typical links Irish course. It's literally designed by Tom Fazio, who designs most of the courses the majors and PGA Tour players are played on now. So like, it's not going to be like Marcus Simone or like Golf National in France. Like, it's going to be a little more of a field and tournament host course. Like they're going to feel normal to, but it's
this
still
it does seem like that.
yeah
I've actually driven by the golf course there, and it just there's like a lot of trees. It
yeah
looks like a pretty normal
yeah
golf course, not like the traditional like other Irish links courses, like you
exactly
said, where it's just like tall grass, not no trees. It seems a little different, but at the same time, the Irish crowd is going to be a big deal. I know the
yeah
Americans didn't
right.
really
I
bring it
mean
this week, but yeah.
those Irish people can drink. They're going to remember what they said to Lowry and McElroy this week.
Hmm.
Like, it's not going to be as bad as Bethpage, but like, it's going to be rowdy. Like, I think it'll be more rowdy than it. Rome was pretty good and France was fine, but I think out of the three, I think this could be, especially if you pick like, I don't know, like I mean, they could go with an old captain and put Paddy Harrington, an Irish guy, to lead. Like that wouldn't shock me either. Like go back into that well because they don't want to pick one of these live guys. So it'll be interesting. The talk is going to be Keegan and did it work? The course setup, all this stuff. I just at the end of the day, like it's on his players who played bad.
Hmm.
Like that's all it is. Is like
You just hit
it's
the
a stupid.
shots. You got to go out
Yes,
there and just
exactly.
play. It's just golf.
And they
And
didn't. They, like the world number one didn't play like world number one. Like again, and it happens. Tiger wasn't great in these either, but if you want to win, you need those guys to step up, and they
mhm.
didn't. And the Europeans guys did. Again, like they just their top players were better than ours, and that's what I was kind of worried about. Like outside of Bryson and Scotty, who do we have? And then ended up we didn't have them. We had the Cam Young and Xander and JJ Spawn and even JT who 2 points. Like I mean, him and Cam Young winning those first two matches set the tone for America yesterday.
Mhm.
Big putts on 18. See Cam Young fired up. JT obviously gets fired up, and then him and Cam Young are freaking out together. Like that's the stuff. Like I just wish it was close. Like those would have meant so much more, and they
Mhm.
already meant so much. And like the reactions were great, but if they were to like take a 2 point lead or something, like I can't forgive them for Friday and Saturday. I just can't. Like I tried sitting there last night saying, well, it was a great comeback, but like they shouldn't have been in that position. And just now we have to wait 2 years and then in 4 years for one here. I mean, I'm excited. I think it's at Hazeltine in Minnesota in 4 years. So like that's a good one. But man, this all the hype this had for 2 years. It's Bethpage, it's New York, and they laid an egg for 2 days and they have to answer for that, even though their comeback yesterday was great. Like
Mhm. It
I
wasn't
can't give them
enough
a
to just
pass. No, I just can't. And now like this week, like we have the Sanderson Open. Like what a again, no, not to talk down on the Sanderson Farms Championship. Sam Burns has won there. Sergio Garcia has won there. Like people have won that tournament, and but like, man, it's a letdown to go from such a great event to, it's a fall field event. I get it. And for these players who are trying to win and keep their PGA Tour card, they need to be there. And it will be good. It's always good to see someone change their life. Like, what was shocking was Rasmus Hogart's playing this week. You tell he
I
like
guess he loves golf.
oh my word, like you just spent 70 like again, he played Friday and Sunday, so he didn't play like the rest, but just the week it's got to take out of you with everything you're doing to turn around.
Mhm.
Now he's in the 70s in the FedEx Cup ranking, so he's trying to improve that to get into some signature events. But boy, I mean, that was shocking that I saw him in the field.
Yep.
Minwoo Lee, 47th in the world. He's the highest player. Oh, actually, nope, I lied. Akshay Bhatia. Didn't see that. Akshay Bhatia, 34 again. Why he's playing, I don't know.
He's-
This is just
For
JT Poston, like Sam Stevens, Rasmus Hogard, like Mackenzie Hughes. Like it's a fine field. No big names, right? All the big names are taking a break after the Ryder Cup or taking a break till the Century, which I don't think we've talked about the Century Tournament of Champions not being played in Hawaii this year because of the lack of water in Hawaii.
Mhm.
They haven't announced it yet where it's going to be played. I hope it's at like some cool event, like cool place, like that they can't go to again. Like just go have it some random really cool event for one
Yeah, take
week
it to
and
like the
then
Bahamas or something. Like that would
yeah,
be
like
like
some like a
it's
course we've
great
never
year
seen
round there.
before. Like like they wouldn't do this because obviously it's December, but like something like Liberty National where the PGA Tour hasn't been since like 2021. Like go somewhere there, like or just a cool setup where right, it's a limited field event. Like it's the beginning of the year, they're just kind of get back in a tournament play. Like do it somewhere cool. Like that's all I'm asking for.
Mhm.
They're gonna do it at like Torrey Pines or something again, which I love Torrey Pines, but like I don't need to see Torrey Pines 3 times a year. Go show me some new. Go play it at Paynes Valley. Like I don't care. Like
Mhm.
that would be so cool to see PJ Tour plays or go up to like obviously I don't know what the weather is like there in December. Probably not great, so you can't do that. But I'm sure there's some course. Go like they did during the COVID year. Go play Medalist down in Florida. Go play one of these Jupiter. Go play Jordan's golf course, the Grove. Like I know probably not realistic, but that'd be cool to see. That's
Yeah.
all. Um,
On the topic of golf in Hawaii, the LPGA Tour has a tournament this week in Oahu. It is the LOTTE Championship presented by Hawakale. And as I said, it is in Oahu in Hawaii. And Alim Kim is the previous winner. And we've got a very good field this week. We've got Nelly Korda and Charlie Hull, all
there you
sorts of
go.
other big names coming down to the end of the season on the LPGA Tour. So if you're not really in the mood to watch the PGA Tour, well, the PGA Tour will probably have a very nice tournament. They always do. But the LPGA tournament is definitely worth taking a look. They have a great. There's been no repeat winners on tour this season still, and
Great.
it is going to be October. So I highly recommend checking out the LPGA Tour. A lot of good golf going on there, and that's all I got for now.
Keep in touch. Next week, we'll have another one. We'll talk about the LPGA and PGA Tour podcast. Go check out our website. We have all the stuff on this past Ryder Cup. We have the daily breakdowns. We have the recap breakdown of yesterday's singles matches. We'll have stuff this weekend on the website about the PGA and LPGA events. We'll have our kind of preview articles and some other stuff. Again, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment on this video. Should Keegan played? Was the course set up? Who was American's best player? Is Europe just gonna keep winning these? Like, when is the Americans gonna win next? Like, please, again, check out our website, check out our YouTube channel, and we will see you next week.